Hello, everyone. This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, and welcome to the Steven Factor. That's right, folks. Storytime week continues this November. I will tell you all about it, about my past, and yes, let's just say it's a tell-off book. But you know how it goes. This is a story that I like to call the sequel from Summer Sucks. Now, this is my 10th story time that I like to call Summer Still Sucks in 2010. Now, this is a summer what's been take place when I was in a paratrainee in downtown Brooklyn. Now, first of all, I don't want to tell you what's the name of the details of what I work with, but I would tell you about my old friends and colleagues there as well too. It was the summer back in 2010. It was a story back in my wonderful school in down by in Skimmerhorn Street. And I remember that school very well. That when I was a student back in '96, because it was so great back in the days. We had swimming pools every Friday, baby pools every once in a week, watching movies and do some work, do some less work, more trips. We have so many good times, and even my old friends too. Even my friend Aaron, Jocelyn, Akron, Ramik, Aaron Alexander, you name them, and we've got them. And I will tell you all about it in the year 2010. Now, 2010 is not exactly that I have in mind, and everything's been changing after all these years since when I was in high school. Um, First of all, I think it was very disappointing. That's number one. Number two, I felt like a little depressed at this point. And number three, I really don't get along with all of these people that I really know, that I really knew or know. I don't care. But I will tell you anyway. Um, I remember 2010. It feels like I reunited some of my old pals that I work with, and who taught me and learned from me, and you know what? I felt so great. My friend Meredith was there, and it was pretty awesome that I have in mind. The trips were very different too. I will definitely tell you that in a moment. But even the class that they put me in, it was way too easy. But but right now is a little bit very difficult. I remember I went to Mr. Frankel's class, and and there's Miss Jen in there as well too. Uh, Daniel, Miss Jen, and I are we're not definitely connected very well. Um, I don't know why I just said that, but it's way too much for me. I mean, I'm a guy, and I see these two women here. They definitely need help with those big kids. And to be honest with you, they're very independent too. So I did very well with them and worked with them and taught them. And I decided to bring movie in and trying to make it a little entertaining or some kind of that. It was a pretty good time. Um, the trips, the other hand, I want to give you details about the trips. Now, one of my best of the worst trips that I remembered It was free family movie festival, and it's been from Regal Entertainment, and it's right down there on Court Street in downtown Brooklyn. And to be honest with you, I always want free movies, but in my mind, I was said to myself, this will be interested. This will be exciting. And I just realized that what if they could bring back so many old classic movies that we grew up with? I'm talking about Aladdin, Home Alone, Space Jam, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Just a little bit of humor, but more humor, less adult, and everything. It's okay. Beauty and the Beast, classic Hanna-Barbera movies like A Man Called Flintstone or Yogi Bear or Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I think this is gonna be a dream come true. No, it isn't. They decide to bring back so many old movies from the present day, like Haunted House, Mr. Bean's Holiday, Hotel for Dogs, A Tale of Despereaux, which as I just reviewed that for almost 4 years ago. Sharp's Web, a reboot version from Nickelodeon movies. And I thought it was supposed to be a 1973 classic. What else? Planet 51. And I can't remember what else. I'm sorry. But I just realized that as an adult, I always want to criticize. And to be honest with you, that Regal Entertainment did a very good job whatsoever to bring back free movie festivals during on the present day. And that is not fair. That is not fair for me. And who gives a damn? Nobody else. Just for myself. So I remember before the haunted house was started, I saw these two ex-parents that I remembered. And I saw Miss Harold, Miss Jackie Harold, and Miss Crystal. Two parents that I remembered a long time ago. And I decided to say hi with them. They saw me. They hugged me. We talked less than a while. And I remember when Miss Harold said to me, Steven, do you still have a triple deck up chicken patty sandwich? And I was like, nope. I remember back in the day, listen, I was a fan of chicken patties back in the day. My mother always brought me during the supermarket. And I was eating every day with a nice white bread with ketchup. I was a picky eater. I'm not a fan of brown bread, but I always loved the wheat bread. It tastes so good. Oh my God. I never had that. That's one of my childhood memories. And I remember it very, very well. Good times. Now let's fast forward. What else I remembered of the movie? I remember Babe. I thought it was... Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Sharp's Web. My fault. It was Sharp's Web. It was a reboot version based on the book, and also back in 1973 classic movie, a cartoon. But you already know the movie's about. Pig definitely gonna die for become fresh meat, and he will stay here for winter, and etc. etc. Shark die, talk to animals. You know how it goes. So I thought they're gonna do it as a 1973 movie, but nah, they do it for a live action. So the movie is was okay. It was over, and during that time, we went to the pizza pilot, a pizza shop, which is so quiet, and yep, still interested. It's pretty boring. Um, what else I could remembered? Um, the Tale of Despero. I remember that movie. I remember I started back in. I remember I've been starting this morning, in the morning that time. I talked to one of my coworkers, and one Miss, I remember what Miss King said to me that the Tale of Despero will become one of the worst movie ever. And to be honest with you, let me tell you the reasons why she just said that. It's all about the writing. That was become one of the worst movie ever, but also it was confusing too. Remember, I did that review 4 years ago, and people really don't understand, and especially when the kids really don't understand about what this book is really about. So you know the story they changed it up a little bit, and it's been revealed that it's not a connection to the real story and to the movie. But also, people think says the movie was cute, and the movies definitely come from books, but they're not. Like the episode on Arthur, like Buster, it's been revealed that he can't read, and he thinks that he told Arthur that movies definitely came from books. But when Arthur shake his head, which means that movies isn't real. And yeah, movies isn't real because they trying to set people up. They all because they don't care about the books. They don't care about the kids. All they doing this is for money. That's how it goes. So I remember, like I said, Miss King was right. So we decided to go to the other movie. I trying to very confused and everything. I'm trying to. I just can't definitely to calm myself down a little bit. But I definitely to calm down. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix the light a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'm definitely calm down my behavior a little bit. But I remember we went there and we decided to go to a different movie, which is a new movie. This mouse clay animation I can't remember that I don't know about. I'm sorry. But when we went inside, the lady said we're going to see the Tale of Despero. And for the first time ever, I was like, oh boy, we're going to see that movie. Big time. Excuse me. Uh, yeah. So, I'm definitely going to see that movie, The Tale of Despero, to see how good it is. Or should I say how bad it was. And I watch it, and in the beginning, I was like, wow, it is bad. But during the beginning, I sit next to Miss Janet, and I decided to go to the bathroom, and trying to sit down all alone in the hallway. And you know how long I've been sitting there? Like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I just sat out there for 3 minutes and just skip to see the past of the movie until it ends. So 3 minutes is up. Got up, went back downstairs to see that movie, and I still continue watching the movie. And even I remember Miss Lisa Jones. She's afraid of mice, to be honest with you, and I'm afraid of mice too. But I hate rats. That's I'm very scared of. The cartoon rats are okay. But I remember when she just stepped outside and she don't like this movie whatsoever. I remembered. uh, so at the end of the movie, I was like, that movie was bad. It was bad whatsoever. The writing is ridiculous. The confusion is completely a mess. And I really don't know why the hell they say I'm sorry for 5 times when the sun comes up. But the question is, why are they sorry for anyway? I mean, for what? That was completely confusing. So, after the movie was over, it's time for me that just gonna let you know we with Miss Smith's class, so just gonna let you know that. So as I was saying, it's time for me to take action, to express myself, to talk one of my coworkers. And this speech therapist lady with the curly hair, blonde curly hair, with the glasses, I was trying to explain everything. She was eating fruits. And she just gave me a little attitude look. And I was trying to explain to her that the movie is terrible and everything. And she said, "What are you talking about? That movie was cute." And I was like, okay. She said, "It's cute. It's cute." I mean, like, sorry. I mean, like, I tried to express, and I felt like, all right, Steven, you are a total moron. That's how I really am. So I tried to eat my lunch and sit on the stupid everything, and then I went back to school, and it was completely bad. That movie was bad as hell. Now, Hotel for Dogs, I didn't see that. I didn't see that movie, so thank God. I was in a training school. Mr. Bean's Holiday, I never saw that movie before. It was great, and it was completely amazing. So, yeah. The last movie is called Planet 51. Even I remember when Mr. Franco gave me a happy face. She said, "Steven, you want to see that movie? Planet 51. And I said, "Oh, okay. No problem. Planet 51 it is." And that movie is very reversal, and it was bad, by the way, because the aliens get from humans, and humans get from aliens. It was stupid. It was a stupid mess. Planet 51. Alright, let's talk about swimming. Now, let me tell you something. I love swimming. Swimming is one of my best summer in my entire life. I was afraid of swimming, and then I went back to that bleachers. But since then, I haven't fun anyway. But a few years, I remember when I was in the para training, it was revealed that they do that swimming for one day with each different class. Yeah, folks, they're not doing no swimming every Friday anymore at James Madison High School. They're doing swimming in a different school. and it was terrible. And I don't have no and I don't got no baby suit on. So, excuse me one second. I need to fix this light. I'm trying to see my face a little bit. I know it's pretty dark, but uh oh God almighty, shit. Okay, better. Okay, hold on. Give me a little bit of. Okay. Uh, okay, better. So, anyways, damn it! Be careful with that. You know, this lamp is really unbalanced there, folks. My apology. Okay, then. Okay, you know, I need to leave this alone. Stay there. Oh, shit. Stay there. Mess this thing up. Stay there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. Take it easy, big boy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. This is not working a little bit. Okay, okie dokie. Oh boy. Oh boy. Take it easy. Uh, feels like you're trying to milk it with a cow or pounding with it. You know, this lamp is no good whatsoever. I really don't like it anyway. Okay then. I hope people can't see me. Okay. That's more like it. Better. Okay, stay right there. Alright. So, like I said, we went to a different school, somewhere down by in Flatbush. I can't remember by heart. And they doing a first swimming. I mean, a first. They're gonna do a swimming for one day with each different class. And to be honest with you, it was not fair. I thought they're supposed to do swimming every single Friday during the James Madison High School, and this is I always wanted. And I remember they always trying to swimming with the guys and stuff, do swimming and everything. And I remember when Miss Jones said to me that, Steven, why'd you get a swimming suit and go to swimming? And to be honest with you, I really don't like swimming with the students because, okay, there's a problem. Okay, I had to fix this immediately. Oh boy, let me just fix this. Oh boy. Okay, it was. You know what? I had to continue this talk while I'm talking. So Miss Jones said to me that, Steven, why are you wearing a bathing suit to go swimming? And let me tell you reasons why. I'm not feeling uncomfortable by swimming with the students because it was not that fun for me, and I really don't like it whatsoever. So thank goodness I don't have no bathing suit, but swimming with the students is not okay with me. But remember, I was a parent trainee. I just feel like I just don't know what's happened to me in my life. But in my mind, I was very disappointed. I thought they doing swimming every single Friday. But one day, I mean, that was not even fair. And even the schedules, they have some of the best trips ever with the different class too. So that's I remember as well. I remember there's Sony Wonder. That's why I always wanted to go to see Sony Wonder. But they already have some little kids. All I have is bowling. The other hand, I would tell you about my bowling. South Street Seaport. It was okay too. I remember I went there. But also, some of the trips were completely canceled due to rain and all that kind of stuff. And they canceled the trip twice, and it was completely terrible. I remember Governor's Island, and I already told you about that. You know it was horrible. What else? Even during the Independence Day, my friend Mare just got married with her boyfriend and everything. And I think they didn't very work out. Even marry is a bigger step. I don't know what they do that. And that's the worst, a stupid decision that they ever make. And that's terrible for her and Andy. Um, Bowling is okay with me. And that's the same time that man wants me to shake hands instead of hugs. So who cares about that? I'm just not in a very bad mood. The summer party is great, which is completely boring and dead. That I remember. Transfer me into the different class to class C. Which class is even better for me? I always want to do something for help. And even I remember that time that during the other class. Well, actually, hold on. Cafeteria first, then moving to the other class. I remember one time that it was still sitting down at the breakfast with the students, and it's been revealed that Mr. Franco and Janet just leave me here, and Charles and I decide to go up together. But did you know Charles is he's only a big boy? I mean, come on. He goes by himself. He don't need me. Even Charles was talking and all kind of stuff, and he said, "Hey, Mr. Gomez," and etc., and yeah, I remember it very, very well. So, I love the kid, but I remember when Mr. Jamie, he was our first coordinator, and he wants me to go to the other class that I remember for all my life. And I forgot her name, but she was pretty interesting. She was pretty amazing. First of all, Mr. Jamie, just do me a favor. I will definitely go to this class. And I decided that he wants me to let me know that Charles will probably go upstairs to go by himself. So, the question is, should I accept it? Yes, I accept it. So I asked Charles and said to him, "Well, Charles, I'll see you later." And he said, where are you going? And I said, "I'm going to a different class." And got my freedom. So I went to the class, it's just a little kids, and helping out too. And it was great. And I really loved it. And I've been doing it for the rest of the day. And we have a great time too. And this wonderful teacher, she's very beautiful. She has black hair with the dark glasses. I can't remember her name, but she was a completely amazing though, and I really, really liked it. So meanwhile, during at the end of the class, went back home, and I've been thinking about it after all this time. let's go to fast forward to the last day of school. Finally, the last day of school was here. Um, Mr. Franco just calling of Papa John's, and the pizza is alright. Better ingredients, better pizza, but I don't know what's inside that damn ingredients before I get poisoned. But even the last words when I told Mr. Franco that it's very nice to work with her, and she says it's very nice to work with me too. Like I said, both Janet, Danielle, and I are not very connected very well whatsoever. I don't know why. I just want to hang out with guy friends instead of ladies, so that's the truth. But I just realized that last day of school was here. I survived it. I had so many rough times about it. And guess what? When 2:30 comes, my boss says, "Okay, everybody, have a great summer." And even my Meredith left me, so I just decided to walk along. So the question is, what did I think about the summer in 2010? It still sucks. The trips are not exactly what I have in mind since over 20 years ago. I think this schedule needs to do it better. I wish the swimming should be revived every Friday on James Madison High School. All the parents for taking a day off was a mess, and I really hate it. The chemistry between Jen and Danielle and I doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But like I said, I get along with the guys, not the ladies. Um, and even sometimes I really get along with Miss Smith, but I'm not feeling not getting along from nobody. I just realized that um, I went to the different class rather than Miss DeFranco and Miss Janet's class as well. Even they shouldn't transfer me into the different class, which is much even better to work with the little kids. I mean, the big kids is okay. They always go by themselves. They always become independent, and I like to see them. But it's not fair. It's really, really not fair. Um, and I just I felt completely terrible. I'm very miserable. I really don't like Meredith trying to marry the ex, my best friend. Um, Meredith trying to marry with her ex boyfriend, and they want to get married, but it doesn't work out. And let me tell you something: marriage is a big step. If you fall in love with your spouse or your mate or your spouse, you want to get along with your family very well. They want to propose that, will you marry me, etc. And for a few years later, they didn't work out. But the question is, how the hell this guy's trying to buy the expensive engagement ring, and they decide to call it quits, and that's terrible. What the worst summer ever in 2010. But but in my mind, as an adult, I knew my school was completely changed. And to be honest with you, I really don't like it whatsoever. And I remembered what Miss Jen said to me, and she said, "Goodbye, Mr. Steven. It's very nice to work with you." And my mind tells me, no, you're not. And trying to hug Mr. Franco, and time to get out of here. I felt like it was terrible. And I shouldn't stay home too. But the more I learn is that as an adult, when you come to work, you definitely do this for money. And that's how it goes. I don't care about my friends or everything. I'll just do this for money, to support for my family, pay all the dues, bills to pay, and mouths to feed. That's all I can say. So, that's it. The Storytime week will continue. And I'm trying to fix this damn lamp. Duh! Making me mad now. See you next time.